Hello everyone! First of all, I would like to thank God for giving us good health and the opportunity to be here today. I would also like to express my sincere gratitude to our lecturer and all of my classmates for taking the time to attend my presentation. My name is Mutia Sarah Agustina and my student ID number is 264111067. Today, I am very happy to present a topic entitled Understanding the Concept of Economic Boundaries. Before we begin, let me ask you a simple question. Have you ever wondered why some products from other countries are more expensive than local products? Or why some goods cannot be freely sold in every country? The answer is closely related to economic boundaries. Economic boundaries influence how goods, service, money, and even works move from one region or country to another. These boundaries are important because they help regulate trade, protect local industries, and support economic stability. In today's global era, countries are becoming more connected through international trade. However, every country still has its own economic policy and regulations. Because of that, understanding economic boundaries is very important for business, governments, and even consumers. In today's presentation, we will discuss the meaning of economic boundaries, their types, factors that influence them, explains their impacts, and why they are important in everyday life. I hope this presentation will help all of understand the concept more easily and realize how economic boundaries affect our daily activities. So, without further ado, let's begin our discussion. Now, let's begin with the first topic: what are economic boundaries? Economic boundaries are limits or divisions that affect economic activities between regions or countries. These boundaries can be created by geography, government, regulation laws, or trade policies. Dalam bahasa sederhana, batas ekonomi adalah aturan atau pembatas yang mengatur bagaimana barang, jasa, tenaga kerja, dan modal dapat berpindah dari satu wilayah ke wilayah lainnya. The main purpose of economic boundaries is to organize economic activities so they can run fairly and efficiently. Governments use these boundaries to regulate trade, collect tax, protect local industries, and maintain economic stability. For example, ketika Indonesia mengimpor barang elektronik dari negara lain, pemerintah dapat menerapkan bea masuk atau pajak impor. Tujuannya adalah melindungi produk dalam negeri agar tetap mampu bersaing di pasar. Another example is international trade. Setiap negara memiliki aturan yang berbeda mengenai barang yang boleh diimpor atau diekspor. Oleh karena itu, perusahaan harus memahami peraturan tersebut sebelum melakukan perdagangan internasional. Economic boundaries also influence business decisions. Before expanding to another country, companies need to consider regulations, transportation costs, market conditions, and consumer demand. In conclusion, economic boundaries play an important role in regulating economic activities, supporting fair competition, and maintaining economic stability between regions and countries. Now let's move to the next topic and discuss the different types of economic boundaries. Now let's move to the next topic, which is the types of economic boundaries. Economic boundaries can be divided into several types, and each of them has a different role in economic activities. The first type is geographic boundaries. Geographic boundaries are natural boundaries such as mountains, rivers, seas, or islands that can affect transportation and trade. Misalnya, Indonesia merupakan negara kepulauan karena dipisahkan oleh laut. Proses distribusi barang ke setiap daerah membutuhkan biaya dan waktu yang lebih besar dibandingkan negara yang wilayahnya menyatu. The second type is political boundaries. Political boundaries are created by governments to separate one country from another. Setiap negara memiliki kebijakan ekonomi yang berbeda, seperti aturan perdagangan, tarif impor, dan pajak. Perbedaan kebijakan ini memengaruhi hubungan ekonomi antar negara. The third type is legal boundaries. Legal boundaries refer to laws and regulations that control economic activities. Contohnya, perusahaan yang ingin mengekspor produk ke luar negeri harus memenuhi standar kualitas, memiliki izin usaha, usaha dan mengikuti peraturan yang berlaku di negara tujuan. The last type is market boundaries. Market boundaries relate to differences in consumer needs, purchasing power, and business competition. Misalnya, sebuah perusahaan mungkin sukses menjual produknya di Indonesia, tetapi belum tentu berhasil di negara lain karena budaya dan kebutuhan konsumennya berbeda. In conclusion, these different types of economic boundaries influence how business operate and how countries interact with each other in the global economy. Now let's discuss the factors that influence economic boundaries. After understanding the types of economic boundaries, let's discuss the factors that affect them. The first factor is natural resources. Countries with abundant natural resources usually have stronger economic potential. Misalnya Indonesia memiliki sumber daya alam seperti minyak, gas, batu bara, dan kelapa sawit yang menjadi komoditas penting dalam perdagangan internasional. The second factor is government policies. Government policies such as tax, import duties, export regulations, and trade agreements greatly influence economic activities. Sebagai contoh, jika pemerintah menurunkan tarif impor, maka barang dari luar negeri akan lebih mudah masuk ke pasar domestik. The third factor is technology. Technology has changed the way people do business. Dengan adanya internet, e-commerce, dan pembayaran digital, masyarakat dapat membeli atau menjual produk ke berbagai daerah, bahkan ke negara lain dengan lebih mudah. The fourth factor is transportation. Good transportation system make the movement of goods faster, cheaper, and more efficient. Sebaliknya, jika transportasi kurang memadai, biaya distribusi akan meningkat sehingga harga barang menjadi lebih mahal. The last factor is globalization. Globalization connect countries through trade, investment, communication, and technology. Karena globalisasi hubungan ekonomi antar negara menjadi semakin erat dan batas-batas ekonomi menjadi lebih terbuka dibandingkan sebelumnya. Therefore, natural resources, governmental policies, technology, transportation, and globalization all play important roles in shaping economic boundaries and influencing economic activities around the world. Next, let's look at some examples of economic boundaries in everyday lives and international trade. Now let's discuss some examples of economic boundaries in real life. Economic boundaries can be seen in many economic activities, both within a country and between countries. The first example is domestic trade. Domestic trade is the buying and selling of goods within the same country. Meskipun terjadi di dalam negeri, perdagangan tetap mengikuti aturan pemerintah, seperti perizinan usaha, pajak, dan standar kualitas produk. The second example is international trade. International trade occurs when countries exchange goods and services with each other. Misalnya Indonesia ekspor produk such as coffee, palm oil, and rubber to other countries. At the same time, Indonesia imports products like electronic device, machinery, and medical equipment. These activities are regulated by economic boundaries, including custom regulations, import duties, and trade agreements. Another example is import and export activities. Tidak semua barang dapat diperdagangkan secara bebas. Setiap negara memiliki aturan mengenai barang yang boleh masuk maupun keluar. Oleh karena itu, perusahaan harus memenuhi berbagai persyaratan sebelum melakukan ekspor atau impor. The last example is regional economic cooperation. For example, ASEAN member countries cooperate to improve trade and strengthen economic relationships. Kerjasama seperti ini membantu mengurangi hambatan perdagangan sehingga proses ekspor dan impor menjadi lebih mudah. From this example, we can see that economic boundaries are not meant to stop trade, but to regulate it so that economic activities can run fairly and efficiently. Now let's discuss impact of economic boundaries. After learning about the examples, let's move the impact of economic boundaries. Economic boundaries have both positive and negative impacts. Let's start with the positive impacts. economic boundaries help governments regulate trade, protect local industries, and maintain economic stability. Dengan adanya aturan perdagangan, produk lokal memiliki kesempatan untuk berkembang dan bersaing di pasar. Another positive impact is increasing government revenue through tax and import duties. Pendapatan tersebut dapat digunakan untuk membangun infrastruktur pendidikan dan pelayanan publik. However, economic boundaries also have negative impacts. For example, import tax can make foreign product more expensive. Hal ini menyebabkan harga barang menjadi lebih tinggi bagi konsumen. Selain itu, aturan perdagangan yang terlalu ketat juga dapat memperlambat proses ekspor dan impor sehingga mengurangi efisiensi perdagangan internasional. There are also several challenges. Di era globalisasi, setiap negara harus mampu menjaga keseimbangan antara melindungi industri dalam negeri dan tetap membuka peluang kerjasama internasional. If the regulations are too strict, trade might become difficult. But if there are no regulation at all, local business might struggle to compare with foreign products. Therefore, governments need to create balanced economic policies that support both national interests and international cooperation. Next, we will discuss how economic boundaries influence our daily lives and summarize today's discussion. Now let's discuss some examples of economic boundaries in real life. Economic boundaries can be seen in many economic activities, both within a country and between countries. The first example is domestic trade. Domestic trade is the buying and selling of goods within the same country. Meskipun terjadi di dalam negeri, perdagangan tetap mengikuti aturan pemerintah, seperti perizinan usaha, pajak, dan standar kualitas produk. The second example is international trade. International trade occurs when countries exchange goods and services with each other. Misalnya, Indonesia ekspor produk such as coffee, palm oil, and rubber to other countries. At the same time, Indonesia imports products like electronic device, machinery, and medical equipment. These activities are regulated by economic boundaries, including custom regulations, import duties, and trade agreements. Another example is import and export activities. Tidak semua barang dapat diperdagangkan secara bebas. Setiap negara memiliki aturan mengenai barang yang boleh masuk maupun keluar. Oleh karena itu, perusahaan harus memenuhi berbagai persyaratan sebelum melakukan ekspor atau impor. The last example is regional economic cooperation. For example, ASEAN member countries cooperate to improve trade and strengthen economic relationships. Kerjasama seperti ini membantu mengurangi hambatan perdagangan sehingga proses ekspor dan impor menjadi lebih mudah. From this example, we can see that economic boundaries are not meant to stop trade, but to regulate it so that economic activities can run fairly and efficiently. Now let's discuss impact of economic boundaries. Before I conclude, let me briefly summarize today's presentation. First, we learned the economic boundaries are limits or regulations that influence economic activities between regions and countries. Next, we discussed the four types of economic boundaries, namely geographic boundaries, political boundaries, legal boundaries, and market boundaries. Each type has an important role in regulating trade and business activities. We also learned about the factors affecting economic boundaries such as natural resources, government policies, technology, transportation, and globalization. Semua faktor tersebut saling berhubungan dan mempengaruhi perkembangan ekonomi suatu negara. After that, we look at example of economic boundaries, including domestic trade, international trade, import and export activities, and regional cooperation. Finally, we discuss the impact of economic boundaries. Di satu sisi, batas ekonomi dapat melindungi industri dalam negeri dan menjaga stabilitas ekonomi. Di sisi lain, aturan yang terlalu ketat juga dapat menjadi tantangan dalam perdagangan internasional. In conclusion, understanding economic boundaries helps us understand how goods, services, and business move across regions and countries. As student, this knowledge is important because it helps you see how economic activities affect our daily lives and the global economy. Now, I would like to move the closing remarks. Finally, we have come the end of my presentation. Today, we have learned about the concept of economic boundaries, including their definition, types, factor, example, and their impact on economic activities. From this presentation, we can understand that economic boundaries play an important role in regulating trade, supporting business, and maintaining economic stability between regions and countries. I hope this presentation has helped you gain a better understanding of this topic and how it relates to our daily lives. Before I finish, I would like to apologize if there were any mistakes in my explanation or pronunciation. Thank you to our lecturer and all of my classmates for your attention. If you have any question, I will be happy to answer them. Thank you very much. Have a good day and goodbye everyone.